You
I
think
feel
you're
boring
bored?
today.
Oh, you feel boring today. What?
Yeah,
How does that differ
it's
for
one of
any
those
other
days.
day?
Um, that's a good question, actually. Most days I feel boring, but and then you make some music and you don't feel so boring anymore. You get on stage, you don't feel too boring. So I do have things in my life that
They're
that
not
make me,
boring.
yeah, that are not boring.
And your music is not boring either. That's actually not a lot I find boring about you. So I'm a bit surprised you would say that about yourself.
Well, I'm just that typical sort of self-deprecating, self-doubting artist. We're all like
Really?
that. Insecure to the core.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was still a thing to do. I thought most artists really just embraced their artistic pain and not wallow in it.
No, that's a good point, actually. I mean, I wish I could do that a bit more. I mean, I just I'm just self-obsessed. So if you get a bit self-obsessed, then unless you're ultra confident and can sort of become arrogant, then you're going to sort of self-destruct at some point. That's how it feels to me.
Are you afraid you're gonna self-destruct?
I have already been there. I'm much stronger now than I ever was. But a couple of years ago, I think you could call it self-destruct. Yeah, that's what happened. And this record is basically about that, actually, about
But
my self-destruction.
well, I can imagine that that's quite a basis for inspiration, or at least to get it out there. Did it help you? Did it resolve something? Now you put it on a record.
Yeah, it was actually the easiest record to make. Most records are a bit kind of scrabbling in the dark for me, where you're trying to piece chaos together. And this record was, once I'd been through a psychologically difficult time and dealt with a lot of demons, I actually knew what I wanted to write about very clearly. So it was the easiest record to make of all of the records I've done. And actually, the first record that I can listen to, I don't really listen to my music. But this one I can. I don't know why.
So it's not confronting to hear back what you went through.
No, because I feel like it's almost just I'm storytelling, because the work that I did outside of the record, the therapy and the rest and the medication, whatever I did to get myself back on track, that was the difficult part.
Mm-hmm.
When I listen to the record, I just think, thank God I'm not there anymore.
I can
So
imagine that.
it's quite
So maybe it's
easy to
actually
do anyway.
more comforting. Like I went
Yeah,
through this, I passed all of this, and look where I am now.
yeah, it is. Yeah,
But you can imagine that if we listen to it, it might come across as a bit dark and twisty.
yeah, I know that. And I think people sometimes the reaction is to try and comfort me and to say, oh my God, I'm so sorry that you had to go through this, and that's beautiful, and I love that the care that my audience gives me in that way, and it's very special. But it's not necessary, It's not necessary anymore. I think there was a point where I needed that, but I don't need that anymore.
So how do you bring this on stage? Because you're quite theatrical in your performance. Did you change
Yeah,
anything in that due to the content of this record?
it feels a little bit different. It feels a little more like I have to be a bit more serious or controlled. Um, but the thing about the stage situation is it doesn't really matter what the content is. I think you're so pumped, full of adrenaline and excitement that it always goes somewhere that is more fun than the record is. So it's still very enjoyable in that sense. I actually, it feels lighter getting on stage and performing these songs.
Do you feel like it's maybe a caricature of yourself on stage? Or
yeah, in a way it is. Yeah, like it's you take one element of your personality and you exaggerate it, you blow it up into to extreme, and most of the time I'm quite an introverted, shy person, but sometimes I need to release the beast, like we all do.
Yeah.
And I am very fortunate that I can leave it on stage, and that energy and that emotion is all left there. Yeah. So I guess it is a caricature, but it's definitely real. It's a real part of my personality.
So if we come and see you on that stage, do you think we can make an easier connection with you? It will be emotional, right, for us to experience what you went through?
Yeah, it's a very good question. I feel so at one with people when I'm in a performance. I feel like there doesn't, you can communicate all of this depth and emotion through this exchange, this musical exchange, this expression, and no words are necessary. I mean, obviously you're singing lyrics, but no words can ever really replace that feeling. So you can say so much, and I can see people's faces, and they can give me so much by their reactions. And what a beautiful thing that is. I think that it's necessary for me to get on stage and show another side, another dimension to the project, to the music, because I don't really know why. Maybe I'm a bit excessive like that, but I do want to see that I have genuinely
touched
people. And if you see a person's face, it's totally different from reading comments, or it's there. The energy's there, and that's beautiful.
The connection is real.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, Chris, I almost want to say I'm happy you went through this so we can enjoy this album and you in this way. Might sound a bit weird,
too.
but I am.
Too.
Well, good. I will say get on that stage and we'll catch you there.
Thank you so much.